As easy as the question is, or seems, for Democrats these days, it's not so easy. It's difficult. And it's difficult because they truly hate the voters on the other side. This is Katie Porter, formerly known as somehow one of the most insufferable Democrats in Congress. And she managed to claim that title amid all the really intense competition. Now she's running for governor of California, and it's not going well. Here she is sitting down with a reporter. This is a reporter from CBS News, I believe. So a friendly reporter, friendly outlet, on her side. And watch how this goes. Listen.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But
so you don't think
I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
correct. And I said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered our follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. And I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions so that we can show our viewers what every candidate feels about every one of these issues that they care about. And redistricting is a massive issue. We're going to do an entire story just on the responses to that question. And I've asked everybody the same follow-up questions.
Well, a little late for that, Katie. After melting down on camera for 3 minutes, she finally says that she doesn't want to do this on camera. And the hilarious and revealing thing is that the meltdown was precipitated, you just saw there, by the easiest, most softball question you could possibly imagine. All she was asked is what she will say, how she will reach out to voters on the other side. That's all she was asked. That is politician 101 stuff, okay? That's not anything close to a gotcha or a trap question. It's the opposite. It's not a curveball. This is a T-ball. Okay, it's not a curveball question. It's a T-ball question. The ball is right there on the tee. It's sitting right. All you have to do is just swing, and you almost can't help but hit it. And instead, she refused to swing. She walked up to the tee, threw her bat down, and said, "This is too hard. The ball's moving too fast." What do you mean the ball's not moving at all? It's not fair. So amazing performance, truly. And the answer would have been so easy. Katie, the answer's so easy. What are you going to do to reach out to all the Republicans? Here's all you say. Well, what I say to voters on the other side is, I will fight for you. I will fight for all Californians. We're all in this together. Whatever. Something like that. Basic stuff, easy, and she lost it. In the history of politician interviews, has anyone ever stormed out because of an easier question? Have you ever seen a less warranted storm out? Cold weather will be here before you know it, and here's something most families don't think about. When the power goes out during a cold snap, there's no way to stay warm. The furnace stops running, electric heaters are useless, and suddenly everyone's left hoping power comes back on. In the severe cold, it's actually a dangerous situation. Most homes are completely dependent on the electrical grid for heat, When that grid fails, whether from winter storms, ice damage, or rolling blackouts, families are left vulnerable. That's where the Vesta off-grid space heater from My Patriot Supply comes in. It's a space heater that doesn't need electricity. It runs on canned heat, an indoor safe fuel. Keep one tucked away in the closet, and there's reliable warmth available no matter what happens to the grid. Plus, it doubles as a stove for boiling water or cooking food during an outage. I think it's a staple to have for anyone who wants to be prepared and ensure that your family is taken care of when the weather is raging. Best part, right now, you can get a Vesta along with other free gifts when ordering the Winter Prep Special from My Patriot Supply. And now's the time to do it before the cold weather kicks in. It's worth having that peace of mind before the winter weather arrives. Just go to mypatriotsupply.com/Walsh to see everything that's included. This offer won't last long, and neither will this nice fall weather. So go to mypatriotsupply.com/Walsh today. That's mypatriotsupply.com/Walsh. Maybe one. The only one that comes to mind is I think I have the title when Congressman Mark Takano stormed out of our interview and what is a woman, because I asked him, what is a woman? So this is second to that. This is a very close second. And what accounts for this meltdown? Well, three things. And I think everyone is focused on the first two that I'll list, not so much the third. But the first is that Katie Porter is, first of all, just a miserable person, an awful, vile human being. She's been accused of physical and emotional abuse by her ex-husband. She's accused of abusive behavior by her former staff members. So there's a definite pattern here. There's a common denominator, and it's Katie Porter. And then you see this, and it certainly supports the claim that she's abusive behind the scenes. When you see this, I mean, not every claim like that is true. I mean, you get these claims about people. Okay, someone in a divorce making a claim, well, they have, of course, every incentive to lie or exaggerate. Former staff members, especially these days, you have staff members. I mean, we get these scandals with politicians. Sometimes we get them with talk show hosts. Oh, they're so mean. They're so mean. And then you hear the horror stories, and it's just like, that you showed up late to work and they told you, hey, don't be late or something. And then you went and cried in a bathroom for 45 minutes and had to go to a therapist. So a lot of times it's that, but you see something like this and you see the way she behaves on camera, and okay, well, that really comports. I mean, that if she's acting like that on camera, she's on camera and someone asked her a super easy question, and you could tell she wanted to just throttle this woman for asking the question. And okay, if that's how you're going to act on camera, you can only imagine what she's doing behind the scenes. So that's the first. The second thing is that it tells us is that Democrats, of course, live in a bubble, especially in California. They are never asked. It's not just that they're never asked hard questions. They aren't asked questions, period. They're never asked any real questions that have to be answered. They're never expected to give any real answers to anything at all. And this has made them extremely soft and very incapable of navigating even the friendliest, most sort of low stakes exchanges. But the third thing here, and this is to me the main point, as easy as the question is or seems, for Democrats these days, it's not so easy. It's difficult. And it's difficult because they truly hate the voters on the other side. Her real answer that she didn't want to say is that she doesn't want their vote. That's a real answer. She doesn't want them. She doesn't want them to have a vote. She doesn't want them to be alive. She wishes they were dead. That's her real answer. If she was being totally honest and she was asked, well, what about the 40% of Republicans? What are you going to say to them? If she was being honest, what she would have said is, oh, what do I say to them? I say, go die. I say, hey, guys, why don't you go throw yourselves into the Pacific Ocean and drown, all of you and your children. That's what she would have said if she was being honest, because that's how she actually feels. And that's why she can't answer a question. To her, asking her how she's going to reach Republican voters, it's like asking her how she's going to reach out and appeal to, it's like if you had said to her, well, California has a heavy population of serial killers, what are you going to do to reach them? How are you going to appeal to the serial killer demographic? It's like, now, I mean, that's a bad example because in reality, Katie Porter has no problem reaching the serial killer vote. She would actually, I think she'd be very good at that because that's the vibe she gives off. And on top of that, you know, the abortion industry supports her totally. So she has the serial killer vote already locked down. But you get my point. You get my point. And more than anything else, this is a reflection of how Democrats can't even pretend that they think their opponents are human beings. They can't even feign it. They can't. They can't feign it long enough for a powder puff interview with a friendly media outlet. They can't fake it long enough to just say, yes, I want to reach all voters. I will fight for everybody. Can't bring themselves to say it. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.